You catch yourself doing it again, standing under the shower, lying in bed, or staring out the window during your commute, and suddenly your mind drifts. You're somewhere else. You're replaying a conversation that never happened, winning an argument from years ago, imagining success, love, or even disasters that don't exist. And when you return to the present moment, there's a strange mix
Tonight
of
marks
relief
a
and
new
disappointment
beginning for our
because
city.
that imagined
We will not
reality
back down.
felt so
We will
real.
only
Let's
move
break down
forward.
what's really happening. This isn't just simple daydreaming. This is deep mental simulation. Your brain is creating detailed, emotional, and immersive scenarios. You imagine confrontations, success moments, romantic connections, or future fears. But these thoughts are not random. They're driven by your mind's need to solve problems it cannot fully control in real life. Here's the truth. This is a normal psychological process. Your brain is doing what it was designed to do: predict, simulate, and prepare. There's a system in your brain called the default mode network. It becomes active when you're not focused on external tasks. For some people, this network is highly active, leading to intense imagination and overthinking. Psychologists refer to this as counterfactual thinking, mentally exploring what-if scenarios to process the past and prepare for the future. Think of your mind like a simulator. Just like pilots train in flight simulators, your brain runs mental rehearsals. How would I respond? What if this goes wrong? What should I say next time? This can actually build confidence and emotional readiness. But here's the problem. When overthinking and imagination go too far, simulation turns into avoidance. You rehearse conversations so often that you never actually have them. You imagine success so vividly that you delay taking action. You replay painful memories so much that you stay emotionally stuck. This can actually build confidence and emotional readiness. But here's the problem. When overthinking and imagination go too far, simulation turns into avoidance. You rehearse conversations so often that you never actually have them. You imagine success so vividly that you delay taking action. You replay painful memories so much that you stay emotionally stuck. What started as a tool becomes a trap. There's also a deeper psychological factor behind this: control. In real life, you can't control outcomes, reactions, or past mistakes. But in your imagination, you are in control. You say the perfect words. You win. You are understood. You feel valued. This mental escape is especially powerful if you felt ignored, powerless, or misunderstood in real life. And that's human, not a flaw. However, there's a cost. When you spend too much time in imagined scenarios, you disconnect from reality. You feel emotions based on things that never happened. You get frustrated when real life doesn't match your expectations. The gap between your inner world and real life grows. Reality feels unpredictable. Your imagination feels safe. So how do you stop overthinking and regain control of your mind? First, use expressive writing. When you catch yourself stuck in a mental loop, write it down. This helps your brain process the thought instead of replaying it endlessly. It's a proven psychological technique to reduce overthinking and anxiety. Second, ask yourself, is this helping me prepare or helping me avoid? If you imagine something and then take action, it's preparation. If you imagine it repeatedly but never act, it's avoidance. Third, set a time limit for your thoughts. Allow yourself a few minutes to think, then consciously return to reality. This trains your brain to treat imagination as a tool, not a habit. Fourth, practice grounding techniques. Focus on your breath, your surroundings, or physical sensations. This pulls your mind out of overthinking and brings you back to the present moment. Here's a simple way to understand it. Your mind is like a river. Thoughts and scenarios are the current. You cannot stop the river, but you can choose not to be carried away by it. You can observe it, step back, and continue walking your own path. Your imagination is powerful. It can comfort you, prepare you, and help you grow. But it was never meant to replace real life. Those scenarios are not your destination. They are just mental simulations. Your real life is still here. It may be messy, uncertain, and imperfect, but is real. And learning to live in that reality is where true growth begins.